Well, hi and hello there. I thought I'd do a little sound breakdown for you that I think some of you might find interesting. And this sound I made in the context of that I did a remix of a song called Bewildering Conception of Truth from a band called Vulkan, which is Swedish for volcano. A band where I actually used to play the keyboards, but at the recording of this album I had left the band, so it's not me playing on the original, but I got the opportunity to make a remix, and that was very nice. And in its original form, this song sounds a little bit something like this. So, there we have it, some sort of progressive rock thing. And after I did my remix, it became this. So, yeah, the chorus of this track became some sort of dubstepy thing, because I felt that was nice. And the other parts of the song are more house, I would say, or I don't know, something like that. But now I thought we'd check out this bass sound for this dubstep part, the chorus part of the track. And here is the bass. And as you can see, there are 3 tracks stacked up to make this sound, but 2 of them are mostly just, well, here's some sort of sub bass just in the bottom, and the third one is just some sort of super saw thing to spread it out in the soundscape. So the main part is this sound, the actual dubstep wobbly thing. And this is what I plan to talk a little bit about. Now, I didn't want to go all the way like Skrillex brostep kind of thing, because that would, I think, eat up the lyrics and the vocals and melody and stuff, and I wanted that to be in front, so I wanted it a little bit old school dubstep, but at the same time the sort of timbre that goes along with more modern dubstep. So as you can see, I made this sound in Operator, and to demonstrate why, I would do a new MIDI track with a single operator on it, because I think that FM synthesis, frequency modulation, is the way to go to make this kind of sound. And now, I won't go into depth about frequency modulation synthesis, and I know on this channel Fanu also talked a little bit about it, so I'll just tell you shortly that the difference here in an FM synth is that these 4 oscillators, or operators if you're in a old school DX7 synth or so, but let's call them oscillators for now, you are not listening to all of these at once, you're just listening to one or a few of them, and the other ones are doing frequency modulation, and that is, well, to be simple, it's that it's making vibrato on the other oscillators, but really, really fast. So if I just have this single oscillator turned on now, and let's play a note. there I have an A sine wave. If I pull this one up, it will now do frequency modulation, vibrato, on that first one. And to show that it's actually vibrato, let's just let's do this and do a really slow oscillation, a fixed frequency on this one, and turn it up and listen to what's happening now. Now I think you hear that it's actually vibrato. The pitch is going up and down, but if you are changing the pitch in a speed that is also in our frequency range of our ears, it won't be vibrato. It will like deconstruct or deform the waves of the first oscillator, so you will get extra harmonics instead, like so. And if now I do some sort of automation on this parameter, we can do this wobbly sound, like so. Then of course I can have this one turned up, and I can turn the next one up, and then this one will modulate this one, in turn will modulate this one, and we will get, and I will pull the envelope, the sustain of the envelope all the way up, so you actually more clearly hear what I'm doing. So we can build all sorts of timbres for our sound, and to make this kind of sound, I like to make this operator, this oscillator, play 1 octave below the first one. And now when I turn that up, we will get this sound, like so. And you can connect these oscillators in different algorithms, but now I'm just using the first default one, where we're only listening to the bottom one, the operator A, oscillator A, and all the others are in turn modulating each other. But now, to get more of this growl kind of sound to this, I want to add higher frequencies to, well, you'll see what I mean. What happens if I'm not using a simple sine wave for this oscillator, but I'll go to here, oscillator, and I can, on this one, make additive synthesis. I can add harmonics at will. So then if I hold my note down and I just add this one, and just sculpt the sound that I want. Okay. Now you hear what I'm getting at. And in turn, if I also pull this one up, you get all kinds of freaky sounds. You could also like add harmonics to the first oscillator, the one we in FM synthesis call a carrier, and the others are called modulators. If we add harmonics to this one, we'll get a sort of different effect, because you can hear that that hill of harmonics, or what I should call it, move around. And if we instead do it on this one, we'll get more of a fixed place in the frequency range where this extra high frequencies occur. So I like doing this. Now this is the basis for the sound. So now let's have a look at what I actually did on here. Here we have our operator, and exactly like I did when demonstrating, I have my first oscillator as a single sine wave. The second one has a little bit of extra harmonics in it, and the third one is also a simple sine wave. But now I will turn the effects off for now, so we hear what this synth actually does. Like so. Let's show the automations here. Here we have the automation for oscillator B, the main one, so to speak. So if I turn C off, we will hear what just these two oscillators are doing. So have a look at this. Yeah, like so. And in turn then, I will add another automation lane and show you operator or oscillator C here. You see that the first oscillator B is doing sort of the same thing over and over 4 bars, but C is not. It's doing sort of different things. And this is what makes the sound not exactly the same here as it is here, and then it starts to wobble around really much over here. And let's listen to this synth all together. Yeah, you get the idea. And after this, I wanted to process it a little bit to get it a little bit more in your face, but not as in your face as Skrillex is doing, but a little bit of saturation maybe. Like so. And I added some distortion to it using the pedal plugin, making it a little bit more angry, I would say. Okay. And then some EQ. And now you might think that, okay, I think it's thinner now than it was before. And this is to place it in the overall sound and make it work together with the other layers of bass below. So it will be nice in the end, I think. And then some multiband compression, pushing it together. And there we have it. The last thing is just some sidechain compression from the kick drum, so it will, yeah, the kick will come through. Like so. Now the other layers. Well, this bass here, this is actually the same bass as used in the other parts of the song. I just filter it down to just play its lower frequencies. So in the verses and such, it sounds like this. It's an instrument track of 2 synths, but well, it's not a very advanced sound. And in the case over here, I just filter it down, so we just get the lower frequencies. And the third one, well, that's an operator, but with a different algorithm, so that we can have 3 different sawtooths, and these are a little bit detuned from each other and stuff, just to make you know, a wide sawtooth kind of sound, to widen the experience of it all. And all 3 together sounds a little something like this then. And together with the drums. And this is the basis for this part of the song. Then it's all kinds of stuff on top of this. I'm playing my modular synth in well, live on top of this, playing the melody and stuff. There, and we get some extra weird loops behind all of this, like so. And then we have a sampled and bounced together part of the instrument from the original track. And everything together. So there you have it. A sort of simple dubstep wobbly kind of thing, growl going on, but not, as I said, not as in your face if you want to go full throttle Skrillex brostep vibe. If you want to go there, then you have to process it even harder, and you have to make the different rhythms stand out from each other even more. And a small tip if you want to do that, that's just play with the operator all you can. Just tweak the knobs indefinitely and record everything as audio, and then find nice little snippets of it and puzzle them together, and make sure to make room between the notes so you really get the rhythm stand out and such. But in this case I wanted some sort of old school dubstep, but with the timbre of more modern production. So I hope you enjoyed this and got a little bit insight into how to program a dubstep wobbly bass. Thank you very much.